Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. In MMA and UFC news today, Conor McGregor recently took to Twitter to take some shots at Khabib. McGregor posted, "Proper 12 proud maker of the UFC Hall of Fame show, call me the Hoff. Looking forward to my own Hall of Fame entry. All the same, I'm a shoo-in. First of everything, all the records, KO speed, knockdown amounts, KOs, most division financials, you name it. No rush though. I'm still into bust noses open and put ops unconscious, a real goer." Then he said, "Who has the levels and the flow I have? No one, that's who. The wall of no fame, yas can call it. Until I bounce in and rock it."
La da 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 da. It's the fucking D-O-double-G. I've spent most my life living in the gangster's paradise. I've been spending most my life living in the gangster's paradise.
Aljamain Sterling said he could beat Alexander Volkonovski shortly after Volkonovski picked up the win against Max Holloway. Aljo said, "My honest opinion, I think I'd take Volkonovski down pretty easily and submit him." Volkonovski responded to him when asked at the UFC 276 post-fight press conference. Aljamain said that? Let him talk, it's alright. He's got his own division to hold on to. Credit to him to fight someone like Petr Yan and get the win, but settle down. Uriah Faber speaks on a mistreatment by the UFC towards Josh Emmett at UFC 276. Emmett fought a 5-round war with Calvin Kattar last month and was in the arena to watch Alexander Volkonovski versus Max Holloway. Faber said the UFC seated Emmett in the back, away from the other fighters. Emmett went as far as to say that the mistreatment he was shown made him want to be released from the promotion. Faber said, "He had a really bad experience. He was put way back in the seating, not even with the rest of the guys, and had to find his way by himself upstairs because they have peons working security that are getting paid minimum wage that are like, hey, you can't come this way. He's not a confrontational guy unless you're paying him to beat somebody up. He was really upset that there wasn't more made of the fact that he was the guy in line. I'm going to talk to Dana White about it and talk to Hunter Campbell and let them know that it's a really messed up thing for someone to have to go through. We got ghosted. It's really sad." And his wife was livid. He was livid, and he was just like, "What do I have to do to get a little bit of respect?" So Dana, I hope you see this and understand that it's Josh's time last night. He was like, "You know what, forget this. I wish they'd just release me. I get no respect." He's like, "I think I'm going to drop down to 35 and fight O'Malley, because that's who's getting all the credit." I'm like, first off, it's not going to be good for your body to drop all that weight. You're right there knocking on the door, you just have to make it happen. I'm really sorry you had such a bad experience. Literally, if you look at his Instagram, he posted a picture from the rafters because he kept getting moved to the MMA basement because of miscommunication. So that was really frustrating to find out in the aftermath. I was super disappointed, and Josh was also, on the fact that he wasn't treated that great this last week. We were expecting him to be their sideline. He's beaten so many guys in dominant fashion, he's had these major injuries, and he needs that fight next, that 145-pound belt. He's that guy that can match up with Volkonovski, that can pack a punch that puts people out cold with one punch. They need to choose to promote him a little bit more. They need to give him the right opportunities and just be present. Josh's wife said, "Look, it's very apparent where we stand with the UFC. They don't care about us," which is a pretty awful feeling. Kenny Florian talks about Alex Pereira's knockout of Sean Strickland on his podcast. Florian said that Pereira kept landing his jab on Strickland, and once the left hook came, it was lights out.
Strickland, he's a beast, dude. He's such a tough guy. But in so many cases, life is very paradoxical where, your strength is also your weakness. And I think that maybe he overestimated his abilities a little bit too much. I would have liked to see Strickland get to the clinch a little bit more, at least fake like he's going to go for the takedown. This is a world champion kickboxer that you're going against. And I think you need to know yourself and know your enemy, right? Just like Sun Tzu used to say. Yeah. And Sean Strickland is a badass dude, and he can outstrike a lot of middleweights out there in the world, no question about it. But I don't know if he gave enough respect to Alex Pereira. And I think he went into default mode too much. That was the Sean Strickland that I've seen in the last 6-7 fights. And you cannot take that same approach against someone like Alex Pereira. Right. He was trying to paw and catch that lead jab of Alex Pereira. And after a little while, Alex was seeing it coming. He's like, okay, you want to catch my jab? Well, try catching this hook. And once Strickland went out to reach for that jab, that hook came up and around that pawing of that jab. And Strickland certainly didn't see that. And that's what started, the knockout. So, yeah, I mean, Pereira just hits so damn hard, dude. Like, he's a lanky guy, but he's like thick bone. The structure of his body is one that you're like, he seems like he's made out of steel. He's at that wiry steel kind of bone that just like it looks dangerous and hurtful.
Charles Oliveira recently went off on Islam Makachev and Khabib. Oliveira calls them both out to fight. If they really want it, they need to chase the champion. I chased the champion. Right then I became champion. I want to fight in December. Do you really want this? So let's do something cool. Now I'm talking to you. Let's fight in January in Brazil. Isn't that what you really want? So sell it more. But look at this, Khabib. You've already tried 3 predictions about me and missed all 3. Look, I won't say I'm going to submit him or knock him out, but I'll beat him. Listen to this. I will beat Islam Makachev. The division's problem is called Charles Oliveira. That's the division's problem. It doesn't matter what they say. If they really want it, I want it too. Look, forget about Conor McGregor for now. Forget it. In Brazil, Charles Oliveira against Islam Makachev. Is this the fight you want? So we will have it. Charles Oliveira against Islam Makachev in Brazil. I'll beat him. So who knows, maybe you can come out of retirement and come too. Each one says what they want. I am the division's problem. I have one of the best jiu-jitsu games in the division and in the UFC. I think these guys are talking too much. They want to get in my mind, but that's not possible. Khabib was champion, 29 wins in a row, and never said anything. He always sold the fight in a good way really well, and today he is always talking a lot. And if it's the talk, I'm gonna say it. I'll beat Islam, and then challenge Khabib to come back from retirement. It's the fight everyone will want to see. Isn't that what everyone will want to see? Everyone says Khabib is tough. I respect him a lot, but lately he's been talking too much. Ian Garry talks about his win at UFC 276 against Gabriel Green and what his future plans are.
There were a lot of people, obviously you're a very confident guy. Even Gabe was saying it. Maybe you're a little big-headed, kind of into yourself, but you sold a lot of people on this performance. Social media was like, basically the essential response was, I wasn't really sold on this guy, but I'm sold now. I'm buying all the stock in Ian Garry. What is that like?
What did I say to you today? I said to you, I'm confident for a reason. I'm confident because I train with some of the best guys in MMA. I surround myself with elite level athletes, and I know how good I am in the gym with those guys. I know the potential I have, and I know where I am now, and I know where I'm going to be. It's all about hard work. I'm not sitting here saying I'm the best fighter on the planet right now. I know that. And I'll say that out of my mouth because I know it's not true right now. But will I be? 100%.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news today. We'll see you in the next video.